Rod Stewart is no stranger to controversy. Across a career spanning more than 5 decades, the rock legend has built a reputation not only for chart-topping hits and flamboyant style, but also for speaking his mind without filters. Yet few expected such a dramatic moment to unfold during what was meant to be a light-hearted daytime television appearance. Viewers were left stunned after reports emerged that Rod Stewart was asked to leave the Loose Women set following a fiery on-air clash with panelist Denise Welch. The incident, which unfolded during a live broadcast, quickly became the talk of social media. What began as a routine celebrity interview reportedly escalated into an uncomfortable exchange that left the studio tense and producers scrambling to regain control. For fans watching at home, it was a rare glimpse of daytime TV descending into chaos. Rod Stewart had appeared on Loose Women to promote a new project and reflect on his long career in music. Initially, the atmosphere was warm and nostalgic, with the panel welcoming him enthusiastically. Denise Welch, known for her outspoken views and no-nonsense approach, appeared relaxed as the conversation touched on Rod's musical legacy, his family life, and his outspoken public persona. However, the mood shifted when the discussion moved toward broader social and political issues. Rod, who has never shied away from expressing strong opinions, made a comment that appeared to divide the panel. Denise challenged his viewpoint, questioning whether his perspective reflected the realities faced by everyday people. What followed was a back and forth that quickly grew heated. Viewers noticed the change almost instantly. Rod's tone became sharper, while Denise stood her ground, refusing to back down. The exchange, while still framed as debate, reportedly crossed into uncomfortable territory as voices were raised and the conversation became increasingly personal. Those watching live described the moment as awkward and unexpected. One viewer posted online, "You could feel the tension through the screen. That definitely wasn't scripted." Another wrote, "I've watched Loose Women for years and I've never seen anything like that." Sources claim that Rod felt ambushed by the line of questioning, while Denise believed she was simply doing her job by challenging his statements. As the disagreement continued, the other panelists attempted to steer the conversation back to safer ground, but the momentum had already shifted. Behind the scenes, producers were reportedly becoming concerned. Live television leaves little room for error, and as the exchange intensified, the priority became keeping the show on track. According to insiders, a decision was made during an ad break to cut the segment short. When the program returned from the break, Rod was no longer on the panel. While the hosts attempted to continue as normal, viewers immediately noticed his absence, fueling speculation that something had gone seriously wrong. Reports later suggested that Rod Stewart had been asked to leave the set following the clash. While the phrase "kicked off" quickly gained traction online, insiders stressed that the decision was made to de-escalate the situation rather than as a dramatic ejection. Nevertheless, the optics of the situation were explosive. Denise Welch, known for her candid nature, appeared visibly shaken when the show resumed. Though she maintained professionalism, viewers sensed lingering tension. Social media users quickly picked up on her expression, with many commenting that she looked rattled by the confrontation. Reaction online was instant and divided. Some viewers sided with Rod, praising him for standing his ground and accusing the show of unfairly cornering him. "Rod Stewart doesn't mince his words. That's why people love him," one fan tweeted. "If they didn't want honesty, they shouldn't have invited him on." Others supported Denise Welch, arguing that challenging celebrity opinions is a core part of Loose Women's format. "Denise did nothing wrong," another viewer wrote. "She asked fair questions and didn't let him dodge them." The clash also reignited broader conversations about free speech, celebrity privilege, and the responsibilities of daytime television. Should talk shows be a safe space for celebrities to promote their work without challenge, or should panelists be free to push back on controversial views? Media analysts weighed in quickly. One television commentator noted, "Rod Stewart represents an old-school celebrity culture where stars were rarely challenged. Loose Women thrives on debate. When those two worlds collide, sparks are inevitable." For Denise Welch, the moment was another example of her reputation as one of the show's most fearless voices. Over the years, she has built a profile as a panelist unafraid to tackle difficult topics, even when it risks backlash. Friends of Denise have suggested she was simply being true to herself. Rod Stewart, meanwhile, is said to have been furious following the incident. According to those close to him, He felt disrespected and blindsided, believing the conversation had strayed far from the agreed topic. While Rod has yet to speak publicly in detail about the clash, his history suggests he is unlikely to stay silent for long. ITV has remained tight-lipped, declining to comment on the specifics of the incident. A brief statement described the show as live television where robust discussion can sometimes occur, stopping short of confirming whether Rod was formally asked to leave. This silence has only added fuel to the speculation. Clips from the broadcast have circulated widely online, with viewers dissecting every facial expression and line of dialogue in search of clues about what really happened. The incident has also prompted discussions about the pressures of live daytime TV. Unlike pre-recorded shows, there is little opportunity to edit or soften moments when emotions run high. Producers must make split-second decisions to protect both guests and presenters. For Loose Women, the clash marks one of the most dramatic moments in its long history. The show has built its brand on honest debate and strong personalities, but moments like this test the balance between openness and control. Despite the controversy, ratings for the episode reportedly surge, with many viewers tuning in after hearing about the clash. Some critics argue that moments like this, while uncomfortable, underline why live television remains so compelling. Looking ahead, questions remain about whether Rod Stewart will address the incident publicly or if Denise Welch will reflect on the exchange in future episodes. Fans on both sides are eager for closure, hoping for clarity rather than continued speculation. Ultimately, the fiery clash between Rod Stewart and Denise Welch serves as a reminder that live television is unpredictable by nature. When strong personalities collide, sparks can fly, sometimes with explosive results. Whether viewed as an overreaction, a necessary intervention, or simply an unfortunate misunderstanding, the moment has cemented itself as one of the most talked about daytime TV incidents in recent memory. And as the debate continues, one thing is certain: viewers won't be forgetting the day Rod Stewart and Loose Women collided anytime soon.